Please be seated. Good evening, parents, faculty, administration, school board members, and fellow graduates. Welcome to all those who are present here tonight and to those who are virtually attending the 2020 Elkhorn Area High School graduation. Although our graduation ceremony is a few months late, it remains an important milestone in our lives. High school has been an unforgettable journey that has prepared us for the future, whatever it may hold. These past 4 years have been some of the most memorable and influential moments of our lives. Individually, our experiences here are unique, but together we share a common bond as the class of 2020. Some say we lost our last trimester of high school to COVID-19, but in numerous ways, it helped us grow together. Our ability to adapt to unusual circumstances fill me with excitement as the next stages in our lives are about to begin. But without the support of our parents or our guardians and our teachers, we may have not made it to this day. They have been there for us since the beginning, guiding us, helping us, and watching us as we grow up. They have witnessed us mature into responsible young adults. Tonight is not only for the graduates, but also for the people who supported us along the way. Congratulations. It's finally time to celebrate the class of 2020.
Good evening, graduates, faculty, relatives, friends, and members of the community. We are here today to celebrate the graduation of the Elkhorn Area High School class of 2020. My name is Gwendolyn Richardson, and as the Valedictorian, it is my honor and privilege to deliver the senior address this evening. I would like to begin by acknowledging that June 4th, 2020 was a day we had all much anticipated. On that day, our class was supposed to be celebrating our high school graduation. With a global pandemic being declared in March of this year, our plans of having a traditional graduation ceremony became unlikely. However, as a class, we overwhelmingly decided we were willing to wait 2 more long months in order to see our much-awaited graduation through. Our class chose to postpone our graduation, even though the outlook was not promising, because we had hope. And here we are, August 6, 2020, gathered today in person, seeing a hope come to fruition. What a powerful reminder of what hope means, especially during such turbulent times. These times are indeed unprecedented. However, our nation's and our world's resilience is not. In fact, it is during tumultuous times such as these, through our world embracing hope, that we see the impossible become reality. Reflecting upon history, the first person to walk on the moon showed the world that what seems unimaginable can become possible, even though 51 years ago, when this monumental event took place, the world, such as it is now, was in great turmoil. The United States found itself deeply embedded in the Vietnam War, with global tension surrounding the Cold War still escalating, all while the civil rights movement was at the forefront of society. And yet, On July 20th, 1969, Neil Armstrong stepped foot on the moon and declared,
"It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind."
The world has forever remembered this iconic moment, but what comes after is perhaps what truly speaks to the reality of those times and present day. Armstrong later said, "The unknowns were rampant, and there was just 1,000 things to worry about." Present society, just like Armstrong, is experiencing the fears of uncertainty. But history has taught us we must remain steadfast in our vision and allow hope to guide us. Class of 2020, we are about to take our first steps out of adolescence and into adulthood. Uncertainty is present. A world pandemic, political unrest. We are stepping into the unknown, a new normal. As we embark on this journey, we must recall the words spoken by Neil Armstrong. Not those that are renowned, but the words that came after, the ones that reflected his fears. Like Neil Armstrong, we all share the common thread of uncertainty and fear. However, we too must allow hope to guide us and inspire us. Allow hope to be the North Star guiding you on your journey. When times are uncertain, always remember to look up to the moon, for it will remind you that with hope, all things are possible. Fellow classmates, within each of us resides hope and great abilities. Hope is the vision within each of us that believes in the possible and strives to make it possible. Each one of us will be called upon to bring our different skills to the world, but together we will be called upon to continue to bring hope to the world. Our world truly needs each of our skills, our gifts, our abilities to carry it forward and make it not just normal, but extraordinary. Class of 2020, we can and will rise to meet that calling. In closing, it can be said that the class of 2020 should aspire to shoot for the moon and know if you miss, you will land in the stars. However, I would prefer for each of us to remember to never settle for landing on the stars, because each of us are worthy of walking on the moon. Elkhorn Area High School, class of 2020, prepare for blast off as the world awaits our entry. Congratulations.
Hi, Mom. Ladies, gentlemen, parents, friends, and faculty, good evening. Tonight we celebrate the graduation of Elkhorn Area High School, class of 2020. I have the honor of being this class's salutatorian. To explain what a salutatorian is, I will turn to urbandictionary.com, which says, the person who missed valedictorian by a few GPA points. A very, very miserable person indeed. Because second place is only the first loser. However, no one here is a loser, because by the end of the night, we will walk across the stage and be graduates. Since this speech is one big cliche, I want to start off with a few cliches that we've all been hearing throughout high school. There is no I in team. Work smarter, not harder. Give 110%. Think outside the box. The early bird catches the worm. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take, and it all comes down to this. But I'm going to let you in on a secret. It doesn't all come down to this. High school is not the highlight of our lives. It is the end of the first chapter in the rest of our story. Students, be sad since your children are saying goodbye to most of their friends. Parents, be sad since your children are going off on their own. And everyone, be proud because tonight marks the first night of the rest of our lives. Our life is not defined by our high school grades or our extracurricular activities or how many detentions we may have received. Our life is what we make it. You are the captain of your own life. Yes, I know the cliches keep coming. As Abraham Lincoln said, always bear in mind that your own resolution to succeed is more important than any other. There are many paths this graduating class will take. Some will go straight to the workforce. Others will join the military. And so more are going off to college. These paths may diverge, but do not be concerned. Everyone here has the power to be successful. Yet do not expect to be handed anything on a silver platter. You have to work hard to achieve big. Composer Colin Davis said it best. The road to success and the road to failure are almost exactly the same. Tonight's graduation is more than just a liberation from high school. It is a celebration of all the good and bad times, the frustrating and amazing teachers, the funny pranks, the friends made, and most importantly, a celebration of the future that is waiting for all of us. So God bless the class of 2020, and good luck to all of you. Thank you.
All right. Good evening, everyone. I'm going to keep this as short as possible, seeing how this has been the longest goodbye of our lives. On behalf of the class of 2020, I first want to say thank you to all of the staff and administration for making this day happen. Thank you for all of the yard signs, drive-bys, Zoom calls, and personal notes. They meant so much to all of us during this time. Thank you to our family and friends who came tonight, given the limited space, and to everyone at home watching. We appreciate your love and support. And thank you to our teachers for walking us through our last try. It must have been difficult, and we are incredibly grateful for all of you. Throughout the pandemic, I have been thinking about all the things that we are going to miss about Elkhorn Area High School. For example, Google Translator for getting us through Spanish class. Voy a extrañar el Moisés y sus amigos. The band interrupting our lunchtime with the Halloween classic, Monster Mash. Shout out to Alex Huerta, you have a voice of an angel. The mishaps in the lunchroom and waiting for Mr. Prince to handle it. Never being able to sign the sign-in sheet for Mr. Seabuck. Coolmath.com. All the crash course videos we had to watch, and I'd like to give a shout out to Miss Frizzle and Bill Nye. And most importantly, the school chicken patties. I feel like that one just explains itself. In all seriousness, this last year especially has been a roller coaster of emotions. But when you look at the overall time that we have spent together, we have had so much success in all aspects of our high school experience, both in and out of the classroom. Regardless of what has happened to us during these past 4 years, it will help define how we grow and embrace our spectacular future. The whole senior prank thing really backfired on us. However, we did get the ultimate senior skip day. As Ferris Bueller once said, life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it. We've been looking around a while these past few months, and I think we're about ready to move on, don't you think? I wish you all the best in your future endeavors, and congratulations to the class of 2020. Thank you.
And now would the senior choir please report to Mr. Remus.
I don't know if I believe that's true, but I know I'm who I'm meant to be because I knew you.
Like a comet pulled from orbit as it passes the sun, like a stream that meets a boulder halfway through the wood.
Who can say if I've been changed for the better? Because I knew you. I have been changed for good.
It well may be that we will never meet again in this lifetime. So let me say before we part, much of me is made from what I learned from you. You'll be with me like a handprint on my heart. Like a ship blown from its mooring by a wind off the sea, like a sea dropped by a skybird in a distant wood.
And say if I've been changed for the better because I knew you.
Because I knew you, I
Have been changed for good.
And just to clear the air, I ask forgiveness for the things I've done you blame me for.
And I guess we know there's blame to share, and none of it seems to matter anymore.
Comet pulled from orbit as it passes the sun,
like a
stream that meets a boulder halfway through the wood. Can say if I've been changed for the better. I do believe I have been changed for the better because
The time has arrived, finally. Congratulations to every graduate and the class of 2020. Your journey has been unique, and as a result of your collective will, you have achieved something that no other graduating class has. And they've requested commencement outside on the athletic field. I do have a feeling we might be here next year, but we'll see how that plays out. Your perseverance, resilience, and unbelievable collective success have given the entire community so many amazing moments, including this graduation, and we are extremely grateful and proud. Before I hand the graduating class over to the Board of Education, graduates, I will ask you, not yet, the first 2 rows to stand. And after you have received your diploma, we will be starting from the right, coming up here and returning back. You will return to your row and you will be seated. Mr. Keel, Mrs. Saunders are placed at the end of the rows, and they will notify the next row when to stand. Finally, at the conclusion of the presentation of diplomas, I will return to the podium, ask you to stand. Move your tassels from right to left. The band will begin playing to assist your recessional and guide your exit to the parking lot. Mrs. Saunders will lead. All visitors, please remain seated until the last graduate has exited the field. Families and visitors, we're going to do this without a practice, so let's see how it goes. Or at least even Mr. Gordon, too, so. On behalf of the Elkhorn Area School District and community, Mr. O'Donnell, Mrs. Fisher, and all the Board of Education members in the audience and viewing via live stream, I now present to you the class of 2020. Would the first 2 rows please stand?
The Elkhorn Area High School graduating class of 2020. Tyler Janice Wittig. Maura Leahy Vaughn. Elise Bethany Texador. Jacqueline Ann Siedenberg-Sis. Alfonso Erdal Sanchez. Faith Lucia Lusignan. Emma Marie Cole. Lucas James Kepke. Aiden Scott Kleikman. Annalyn Kate Boucher. Colin Kenneth Solinsky. Morgan Ann Janessa Hunter. Gwendolyn Ashley Richardson. Sean Cletus Aller. Rachel Yvonne Gottschalk. Daniel Acevedo. Alyssa Nicole Ambrose. Sokoyatsin Aranda. Kaylee Rose Bacco. Michael Battistella. Tyler S. Bidlack. Cassidy Ann Biefeld. Joseph Alexander Burbaum. Greta Ann Block. Janessa Rain Borkus. Samuel John Bossman. Courtney Elizabeth Boss. David Brian Broga. Kalia Simone Brooks. Nicholas Reed Brown. Mason M. Bulow. Daniel Ryan Bush. Annabelle Marie Cocroft. Brianna Elizabeth Corper. Emily Claire Connell. Carly Suzanne Cooper. Jasmine Ariana Cornejo. Nayeli Coronado. Ryan M. Dane. Bradley Jaden Daly. Devin J. Davey. Cody J. Denius. Alexandra Lee DeFazio. Nicole Marie Doberston. Madeline Faye Eggert. Adriana Maria Ellison. Emily Ann Ellsworth. Macy Quinn Farnsworth. Cole David Flitcroft. Madison L. Frank. Parker Thomas Freeman. Andrea Garcia. Brian Garcia. Caden John Jacalone. Mia Haley Giordano. Haley Lynn Glee. Thomas Michael Gomez. Joseph John Gonzalez. Natalie M. Green. Abigail Lynn Greenwald. Matthew Charles Hall. Nicholas Martin Harvey. Jenna C. Hastings. Scott R. Hastings. Katrina Hope Hodgkins. Aaron Allen Hoffman. Caitlin Olivia Howard. Alejandro Epifanio Huerta. Stephanie Huerta. Sereni Huerta. Connor Hudson. Donovan Joe Jacob. Ezekiel Edward Jankowski. Cassandra Waregi. William Preston Johansson. Benjamin Joseph Johnson. Hunter Benjamin Johnson. Coleman James Carl. Kelly Jean Ketchbaugh. Sydney Kathleen Kirkpatrick. Bethany Jean Klein. Dylan Mabel Klopfer. Alyssa Marie Kolasic. Claire Marie Korosek. Hannah Sevilla Koss. Kylie Lynn Cosbeil. Anna Joyce Crockless. Jacob Allen Krupp. Thomas M. Kuhart. Connor Jeffrey Kulik. Morgan Brittany Lefevre. Genesis Gabriella LeBoy. Kylie Marie Leahy. Marley Joy Lockhart. Nicholas Patrick Lacano. Cameron John Lam. Ellie Kathleen Longhorn. Nathan Tyler Loudon. Karina Jo Leptow. Anna Marie Manick. McKenna Riley Marinello. Liliana Martinez. Jonathan Martinez Rojas. Brittany Lynn Mayfield. Kiara Nicole Meyer. Ariel M. Mora. Yasmin A. Mora. John Michael Moritz. Raven Deneen Musgrove. Joseph Paul Nelson. Samantha Alexis Nicholas. Aaliyah Kate North. Zoe L. Knoll. Emma Lauren Olson. Damari Jacqueline Ortiz Paez. Carolyn Rose Ottman. Eusebio R. Paniagua. Kara Joanne Patrick. Gabrielle Paz. Candice Halinka Pakawa. Connor A. Peterson. William Thomas Pino. Abigail Renee Reckles. Cole Gerald Reese. Isabella Rose Regnier. Hallie Lynn Remington. Andrew C. Robinson. Luis Fernando Roman. Michelle Roman. Julianne R. Rosella. Javier Enrique Sanchez. Zale Lamb Sanchez. Grant Mark Schaefer. Chantel Elizabeth Schneider. Cheyenne Rose Schweitzer. Marissa Page Shackleton. Delaney Morgan Schawbach. Piper Madeline Moore Slider. Marco Antonio Solis. Sarah Catherine Spurley. Mason Dennis Stebnitz. Cale Victor Stever. Kyle J. Stringham. Zachary Mark Swiatowi. Aaron J. Taylor. Quentin Allen Townsend. Ava Mullane Tuck. Benjamin John Tisher. Paulina Uriosti Ayala. Juliana Valadez. Eric Charles Van Dyke. Benjamin R. Vogel. Tessa Autumn Voisin. James Preston Ward. Finn Anton Weber. Emily Jane Waddell. Torrin Jackson Widener Lechner. Nicholas Andrew White. Hayden Joseph Wisniewski. Caden James Whitrock. Quentin Valentine Woyak. Lauren Lee Wutke. Zoe Marcella Zeppazauer. Kyle D. Solinsky. Thomas Michael Zimmerman. Victoria Ann Gillespie. Elizabeth A. Rush. Chloe Shea Nowacek. Anna Marie Matthews. Luis Munoz.
Class of 2020, if you have not moved your tassels from right to left, please do so now. We do have some parting gifts for you, obviously the mask, but if you could, please, grab the sign off your chair as you exit, dispose of it. I know the custodial staff and Mrs. Jenkins would be greatly appreciated. You may please stand right now, and congratulations, class of 2020. Please follow Mrs. Saunders out. Who was it? We unfortunately have zero control over these kids. What?